violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, in school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Dead in a pickup truck in the Walmart parking lot in Sebastian. Police determined she was murdered. Then her killer confesses. Good evening. I'm Todd McDermott.
And I'm Felicia Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us. Police arrested Michael Dupree and charged him with killing his fiancee. Our Anna Espinosa is in Sebastian with the latest details from investigators.
The investigation continues tonight after a man confessed to killing his fiancee
Shorty Anna Espinosa kind of tough.
and later moving her here to this Walmart parking lot in Sebastian.
So this is definitely some white people shit. This guy murked his wife and took her to the Walmart. That's like, you know, people would classify it as, you know, white trash type of behavior, if you will, right?
This morning at 7:46 a.m., Sebastian police officers responded to the parking lot of Walmart located at 2001 U.S. Highway 1 in reference to a female in a parked vehicle who was possibly deceased.
Police said the woman found dead inside the pickup truck was 67-year-old Janine Bishop of Sebastian.
Ms. Bishop's fiance, Michael Dupree, was also on scene at Walmart and gave cryptic accounts of Ms. Bishop's whereabouts before she was located in the parking lot, which began to raise suspicion with investigators.
While being interviewed by detectives, Dupree confessed to killing Bishop in the home they shared on the 400 block of Briar Cliff Circle.
So he confessed. I mean, open and shut case. You know, it's super unfortunate that the woman lost her life, man, and RIP to her, condolences. But it's like, I don't know, man. Why would you do this if you just gonna confess? Like, it makes no sense, but I guess none of these stories really make sense, right?
And later transporting her to the Walmart parking lot. Sebastian police have collected evidence from their home, his workplace, and both their vehicles.
Without any doubt, it's due to the swift and exceptional work of the men and women working this investigation that it was able to be solved so quickly and efficiently.
According to state records, Dupree formerly owned a business called Perfection Handyman Services LLC, which was registered to the home he shared with the victim. Reporting in Sebastian, Anna Espinosa.
Man, you don't want to get into it. He a handyman too? Man, I don't know. I hopefully they come out with a motive. I'll definitely stay on this one.
WPBF 25 News.
A startling and disturbing discovery outside a Walmart along US 1 in Sebastian. Tonight, police say a woman's body was found in the parking lot, and they say her fiance has confessed to the killing.
WPTV News Channel 5's Ryan Hughes is in Sebastian tonight with what we're learning.
Sebastian police making a quick arrest in this case shortly after that woman's body was found inside of a pickup truck in this parking lot. And it was a very active scene earlier this morning. Police responding around 7:45. This is exclusive video from Chopper 5 above the scene of the Walmart in the 2000 block of US 1 in Sebastian. Investigators blocking off a large area around the parking lot around the black pickup truck. Police say inside was 67-year-old Janine Bishop. She was found dead, and her fiance, 56-year-old Michael Dupree, was also at the store. But investigators grew suspicious.
This man stayed at the store. I mean, he had no alibi. At this point, there's like, throw the book at him, you know what I mean? Throw him under the jail. And hopefully they do that.
When he gave confusing accounts about where Janine was. Investigators say Michael was interviewed and then confessed to the killing at the couple's home about 5 minutes from the store. Shoppers, as you can imagine, were shocked to see the large crime scene.
About 6 people looking at that truck. There was something in that truck. And We didn't know if the person was dead or just laying in there, but they wouldn't let us get it very close.
Sebastian police have not released a motive yet. We are told they are still collecting evidence, and this remains an active investigation. In Sebastian, Ryan Hughes, WPTV, News Channel 5.
See this? Fists fly in the middle of Broad Street, and it could have been a whole lot worse because one of the guys involved had a gun and wasn't afraid to use it. And Shawnette, people in the area say it feels like nowhere is safe right now.
So what does that sound like? And you heard what he said. He said nowhere is safe, okay? You heard what he said. They got to fighting. Buddy pulled out a strap. What does that sound like? That sounds kind of like our mass shooter, Timothy Simpkins. You know what I mean? Similar situation, not in a school, on the street, but it's the same scenario playing out over and over again around the country.
Yeah, well, Jason, you know, it is extremely clear that violence is and can happen all over our city, but there are people who are remaining hopeful and focused on solutions.
I mean, did you see how easy that came out of her mouth? That was wild.
Yeah, well, Jason, you know, it is extremely clear that violence is and can happen all over our city, but there are people who are remaining hopeful and focused on solutions. Surveillance video captures a fight that begins with words, then quickly moves to a physical fight between two men throwing punches in a traffic lane at Broad and Olney. Watch as it quickly escalates, police say, as one of the men who got out of the Chrysler 300 pulls a gun from his waist and starts shooting down the street at the other man.
Damn. So he couldn't take that L. He couldn't take, and this is what the old heads be talking about now, man. Y'all young kids, y'all don't fight, man. Y'all just shoot, man. They were shooting in the 90s too, so I don't want to hear that. It's basically what the culture has evolved into, where at least they tried to throw hands. I will give them that. At least they tried to throw hands, and then it escalated really quickly.
No one was hurt. This woman watching the video with me as she left a store near where the shooting happened says no place is safe.
Not nowhere. Not anywhere. This is ridiculous.
Police released the video today. It happened last Tuesday. These two men watched the video too.
The police station right there. So you ain't safe at the police station when you safe at.
You heard him. He said the police station is right there. And this is the thing about these dudes, especially these dudes in the street, brothers in the street, man, we don't care about police. We're not scared of the police. So all this rhetoric of we fear the police and we scared to walk home in fear of the police are getting profiled and, you know, stop and frisk, it's a damn lie. Has it happened to a few guys, man? Definitely. But is it this overwhelming fear, especially amongst criminals, that, yo, these guys are fearful of the police, man? Hell no. Y'all seen that situation with the brother Jacob Blake? He was fighting off the police, and that's why he got clapped up so many times.
It comes from the household first. If you let your kids stay out here in the streets, you're gonna learn the streets.
The video is released on the same day a virtual town hall addressing gun violence was already scheduled, sponsored by the I Will Breathe organization. Chris Bowman is the co-founder.
I feel like we've gotten to a point where we're too dependent on dignitaries.
Yo, my man's mask is too small.
And the police and law enforcement and the neighborhood hasn't pulled from within.
The town hall is meant to give residents a voice and input on addressing violence and solutions.
But I just feel so.
Hold on. Did y'all peep that?
Meant to give residents a voice and
look, the slides. I'm telling you, when these dudes talk about sliding, not only are they sliding in their vehicles with the hammers, they're sliding in flip-flop slides. You got to be careful of the dudes who wear long socks, flip-flop sides, and tight Adidas jumpsuits. Make sure you watch out for that. I'm telling you. And they bust and slide. Make sure you watch out for that.
And input on addressing violence and solutions.
But I just feel so much safer not sitting on my patio, just feeling like I'm going to be a target, because we do have gangs in our area, and I believe the initial.
I'm sorry I have to stop this video so many times, but this is what they're trying to address in the town halls. What's happening, why it's happening, who it's affecting, immediate and long-term solutions. let me go ahead and add another bullet point, and y'all can quote me on this. This is the Black G mindset, Black Gen Z mindset. Y'all can go ahead and quote me on it. Let's also add another bullet point and ask, who is doing it? Everybody say it with me. Who is doing it? Okay? And I wanted to show you guys that the story of the husband murking the wife, because I want to show you the dynamics between these different types of murders, honestly. You know, when it comes to a lot of the white people, it's domestic, it's in the home, whatever. When it comes to brother, it's just like, man, that shit can pop off at any moment.
Initiation is to shoot someone in the head.
Just breaks my heart when I see it every day. And you look into these young boys' faces and it's just a coldness. And they think that this is the only way sometimes.
You heard it. He said, you look into these young boys' faces and it's a coldness. Old head, let me put you on game. That's called demon time.
When I see it every day, and you look into these young boys' faces and it's just a coldness. And they think that this is the only way sometimes.
Bowman hopes the dialogue is a pathway to change.
To bring back our neighborhoods and make our city a safe space for not only children, but just for everybody.
And for more information on Bowman's organization and upcoming events, you can go to fox29.com. Meanwhile, police are still looking for that suspect you saw in the video. Police say he abandoned the car, which had a bullet hole in the windshield. They do have the car in custody for evidence.
How many stories have we done on Philly, man? Philly's on fire, guys. Steer clear of Philly.
Jason.
All right, Shawnette Wilson, thank you very much.
Another day, another sad story out of Oakland.
How much do we have to bring before the public? How many times do we have to cry out for help? How many times do we have to say to you that we are in a moment of crisis?
Early Thursday morning, a 15-year-old girl was shot and killed in the passenger seat of a car following a road rage incident near Bancroft Avenue and 50th Avenue. Speaking at a news conference.
Another road rage incident. Guys, we just did the video on the woman in Georgia who was murked while she was pregnant on the road on one of them back roads. The roads are not safe.
Thursday afternoon, an emotional Chief LaRon Armstrong said that while his heart breaks over the tragic incident, the police alone cannot stop the violence. He's calling for a multi-pronged approach with the community playing a key role.
If you haven't spoken out, you should feel saddened by that. If you haven't exercised your voice, you should feel saddened for that.
And look at him trying to, you know, reach out to the community and get some people to talk. As you know, in the black community, we have a no snitching policy. So that's not going to be as effective as, you know, using shame to bring these people out. For one, the people who would say something are in fear of their life because they know how powerful usually these types of dudes be on that gang. So they know how powerful those dudes are when it comes to their ability to not give a crap and be willing to throw their life away or do the time over somebody telling on them, okay? So that's one factor. And for two, the other guys out there, those are the criminals. Those are the guys who say no snitching. Those are the guys who say, you know, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was a 15-month-old, let alone a 15-year-old girl. And even the women aren't safe in here. So when we talk about black women are the most unprotected, they're most unprotected by black men.
This incident marks the 109th homicide so far this year and comes on the heels of another homicide last week, which saw the killing of a beloved Oakland educator. Barry Donnellan, president of the Oakland Police Officers Association, says OPD just doesn't have the resources to keep up.
What? No resources? I thought we were trying to defund the police, though. Are they asking for more resources? Or how bad does it get before this defund the police stuff dies? Because it's not dead yet. It really isn't. If you ask like the modern liberal, should we defund the police? They will say yes. Should we have criminal justice reform? They would say yes. I mean, I think they're letting it get bad so that they can do a sweeping wave of, like, you know, another crime bill, except even more extensive.
300 shootings this year, yet at the same time we have a significant attrition problem in the police department as officers are leaving, going to agencies and communities around us.
Why do you think they're leaving? Defund the police. That's why they're leaving. Because they want to get a salary. They want to get a pension.
Between 1,500 and 2,000 calls coming into the department per day, Armstrong says he doesn't have time to wait for long-term solutions.
Community needs help right now. We don't have time to wait. 5 homicides in 7 days. That's what we've seen.
In Oakland, Tim Johns, ABC 7 News.
15-year-old girl was shot and killed while riding in a car in East Oakland. The killing marks another grim milestone in the city, which has seen a sharp rise in violent crimes. Our crime reporter Henry Lee joins us live from the newsroom. And Henry, police say this deadly shooting was a case of road rage.
And what did the last guy say? He said 5 killings in the last 4 days. Definitely a wave.
Yeah, Greg, the chief says a relative of hers got into an argument which led to gunfire. The city's now recorded 109 homicides, which is the total number of killings for all of 2020.
And let me tell you something, guys. Do not argue with these brothers, man. These dudes are on demon time, like I told you. No arguments. They cut you off. They maybe nick you in the back. Just call your insurance company. Stay in the car, you know, and call the police or whatever you got to do. You know, at this point, depending on who you get in a wreck with, you might want to, you know, get their license plate and call the police, let them know, call your insurance company and get out the way. Try and, you know, you don't want to stay at the scene depending on what type of dudes come out. And I've already give you guys the identifiers. Definitely the slides, the fanny pack with the strap in it. You got to be aware of these different things, man. The wife beaters with wife beaters, busting slack, the slides with the long socks. You know, I'm not staying at the scene of the crash. I'm getting the license plate and probably taking off.
Citizen video shows Oakland police at the scene of a road rage shooting that took the life of a 15-year-old girl. It happened at about 11:30 Wednesday night near 51st and Bancroft in East Oakland.
As a father of daughters, it really hurts to say that today I come before you and speak to you about the death of a 15-year-old young lady from the city of Oakland.
Oakland Police Chief LaRon Armstrong became emotional as he described how the teenage girl died as a result of road rage as she rode in a car with her uncle.
Her uncle began to have dialogue, and that dialogue led to arguing.
So y'all know how it is. These dudes do not like getting checked for anything. These dudes do not have no respect for authority, and they can't be wrong. There's no way that they can be wrong. So the uncle, he did the wrong thing. Obviously, he hasn't been watching channels like me. Obviously, he hasn't been watching channels like Ock Nation News. He did the absolutely wrong thing, getting out of the car, having words with the man that they got in a wreck with or had a dispute with, and it cost his daughter his life. And unfortunately, he was probably woke. He was probably on that Hotep Black Power stuff, and he thought that he could have a civil conversation with another brother. You know what I mean? And that's not the day and age that we're in anymore.
From one car to another. And then the other vehicle, someone in the other vehicle fired multiple rounds at the car, striking this innocent 15-year-old child.
Oakland police first realized what happened when the girl was driven to Highland Hospital. With the help of ShotSpotter gunfire detection system, officers then found shell casings and shattered glass at 51st and Bancroft.
This is insanity what we're going through right now.
Councilmember Noel Gallo says the city needs to do more to protect its citizens.
You know, we're killing our own children.
Oh, really? Do more to protect the citizens. Get some more funding in the police. Maybe that would help. Maybe you stop posting these defund the police chants. And I know it's all written in Oakland, written throughout California, defund the police. It's, I mean, like they are so woke out there that there's damn near no way that they would really get it. Because this has been going on for the longest time with the gangs, and now it's leaking into civilian life.
Our own neighbors, our own friends, and that has to stop.
Now, to give you a comparison, there were about 75 homicides in Oakland back in 2019 before the pandemic. And clearly, we still have a few more months to go for 2021. Reporting live in the newsroom, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Just heartbreaking for that young girl's family and friends. Henry, thank you.
So anyways, I definitely wanted to hit on this Jacob Blake situation. The police officer who shot and paralyzed Jacob Blake will not face civil charges, as he shouldn't. Jacob Blake was out of control. He actually assaulted the woman, or his baby mama. Basically, he shoved his fingers inside of her and basically asked her, have you been giving up this you know what to other guys, right? And that's when she called the police on him and this, that, and the third, and he gets clapped up. But I want you guys to focus on the comments section. People are like, of course not, expected, are we surprised? I don't care anymore, it's not even surprising, I hate it here, question mark, y'all trying to riot. This is America. They don't even know what type of guy he is. Talking about he will shoot another black man soon. I'm from Wisconsin. Maybe I need to take a trip back home and get into some good trouble, as the late John Lewis called it. White privilege. Blatant disrespect once again. Wasn't he at his grape victim's house with a knife? Correct me if I'm wrong. And she called the cops. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There might be some good discord in here. And look at these people going to try and justify it. Yeah, which is why I don't feel sorry for his behind getting shot. Yeah. Yes, or some weirdo-ish like that. People on my booty because I was like he was the aggressor in the situation. He got what he had coming. Okay, we got some reasonable people. I'm really trying to figure out why people making him out to be a victim. He's not one. She didn't have custody of the kids, so they were probably visiting the mom. Get shot 7 times in the back in front of a child. Look, they're trying to defend them. Children he was trying to kidnap. Okay, so they're going back and forth in the comments. But I just wanted to show you guys the comments because people are very uneducated on this case. And Jacob Blake is not a good guy, okay? And honestly, he reaped what he sowed in this situation. He took advantage of his baby mother, and he got clapped up for fighting with the police when they told him to leave. All he had to do was leave. He might have got arrested. Take the L, bro. It's better than coming out being paralyzed or, passing away. So people need to wake up. This guy is not a good guy, okay? But anyways, for the last story here, I definitely wanted to hit on this. And this whole Trump Haiti situation. And I just want to shed some light on the situation, and people are going crazy online about it, and it's really it's just funny how people are staying on Trump's what, not worried about or looking at the atrocities that are happening in Haiti and that were facilitated by the Clintons, right? Who, i.e., are directing what Joe Biden is doing right now. So anyways, let's get into it.
Hundreds of thousands of people flowing in from Haiti. Haiti has a tremendous AIDS problem. AIDS is a step beyond. AIDS is a real bad problem. So hundreds of thousands of people are coming into our country. And if you look at the stats, if you look at the numbers, if you look at, just take a look at what's happening in Haiti, a tremendous problem with AIDS. Many of those people will probably have AIDS, and they're coming into our country, and we don't do anything about it. We let everybody come in. Sean, it's like a death wish. It's like hundreds.
And you know what? The funny thing is, he's not wrong. AIDS is a huge problem in Haiti. As you can see, I am at the CDC website where they say that the top 10 causes of death, number 7 is HIV/AIDS. Okay? So they have people who are coming over here And I'm not even worried about, that virus. I'm thinking about the other virus that they're not even speaking about, right? I'm thinking about the other thing that's going on, the 19th thing that's going on that they're not even speaking about. And they're allowing immigrants to just come in willy-nilly, no papers, no procedure with the needle taken at all, right? And I'm not even advocating for that procedure. I'm just saying that they try and make it a big deal for citizens, but when these immigrants come, oh, they can do no wrong, come over, it doesn't matter if you've got the procedure done or not, we'll take you in. And this is not good for ADOS blacks either, right? Because these people, at the end of the day, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good people who are coming over from Haiti. Don't get me wrong. Just hardworking people want to get a living, right? But just like the drug cartels in Mexico, I predict that 30% of those people coming over are bad guys, right? And they're going to infiltrate that lot because they're letting so many people in. They're probably going to go to Miami. They're probably going to, be on the Zopound, gang, whatever, and do what they do. And we're going to definitely see a negative effect for letting all these immigrants in, mark my words. But anyways, that's my 2 cents on the situation. But you already know what it is. It's the Black Gen Z mindset. Till next time.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.